Buenos tardes, good afternoon if you're listening to us in Guadalajara, if you're listening to us in Monterrey, Toluca, Saltillo, Puebla, Mexico City. So, Tio, we're excited to be back with Leadership in Motion. Leadership in Motion. If you are not moving people, you are not leading people. If you are not moving people, you're not leading people. I'm excited to have in the studio with us Enrique from EGS. Enrique. Then also we have Miss Carolina, who's here, that will be introduced shortly as our special guest. I'm so excited to be here, Enrique. Enrique, why would I say if you're not moving people, you're not leading people? Enrique, as a student, give us your perspective.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about leadership, we're talking about understanding as much as perspective as you're trying to learn, and also to encourage people to be open and also to be constantly changing. I think it's very important.
So there's always constant change. Things are happening all the time.
Yeah.
So leadership is in motion. And so we have this wonderful guest here. And Carolina, I want to thank you for being here. And before you're introduced, I want to acknowledge that this day for you is a busy day. There's lots of things happening in your life. But I'm thankful that you took the courage to still be here, which says a lot about you. Tell us about you when you're not being Madam CEO. What are you doing?
Well, thank you so much for having me here. First of all, this is my personal experience. I'm still learning in this journey. I am 20 years old. I am the CEO of Corporativo Nugar, which is, we have truck shops where we fix trucks when they crash. We fix trucks all around the country, and approximately we fix 6,000 trucks per year. So we are 1,800 co-workers in the team.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big team, big responsibility, but that's a lot of fun as well.
Hey, Kike, she just took that from you. You're supposed to introduce her, and we didn't let her. Hey,
Sorry.
what are we going to do, Kike? You want to introduce her still?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, please do so. We want the audience to fully understand who this wonderful person is. Kike.
Yeah, because she is. Thank you so much, Caro, for being with us today. And yeah, as she mentioned, I'm very happy to be with you today. And she's with us because we're very, very happy. And Caro, at the age of 28, it's the CEO of Nugar, an automotive and transportation company with more than, as she mentioned, more than 155,000 employees, and which is located here in Jalisco. So we are very, very happy to be with you. He's an alumni from business professional from ITESM for here in Tech.
Yeah.
She's an ex-Tech.
Correct.
And Caro has enriched her cultural and professional background by traveling across diverse countries worldwide, including the United States, Switzerland, and Australia, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So thank you so much again for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I want you to start telling us a little bit more about leadership. How you define leadership?
I think leadership has to be authentic. I told Kasonde that you can admire a lot of leaders, you can learn from them, you can understand them and read about them, but you can never copy a leader because you have to be yourself. That's the best way of being a leader. And you have to be brave, but also vulnerable and authentic. Because I think we have to be a great leader, you have to be human, like you told us, you know? So I think you have to be really authentic to be a great leader. That's
brave and authentic. I like that. Brave and authentic. Kike, you taking notes?
I'm taking notes.
Yes, please make sure you take notes. Remember, this is still classroom for you. Carolina, so you've done quite a lot of things. I know you've had experiences in Australia where you traveled there.
Correct.
And then now you're running this company that's got about 1,500 employees with a lot of diversity of experiences and age and all kinds of things. But then tell us of a recent example where you felt like that day Carolina was an effective leader. That day she was shining.
Oh my God. Well, where we fix the trucks, we have a lot of mechanics and people in the shop, but we also have people that take care of all the paperwork as well. So we have this deadline with a truck that we needed to fix a truck really fast, and the time was running and it was an emergency. So I collected all my team and we came down into the patio. I put my boots on, my hat on, and I grabbed this microphone with a friend, and I told my team, like, stop everything you're doing right now. We're gonna get this truck done. So I invited my whole team into the patio, what we call the patio, with the mechanicals and all the people that help us to fix the trucks. And I just became a master of delegation in that moment with the microphone, like, you have to wash the truck, you have to wash the wheels, you have to do this paperwork. So we stayed together and we made the deadline that truck needed to be ready for the client. So yeah, that was kind of what I do. I take all my people into the patio and we start, like, I like to call it the third idea.
Okay.
So I bring so there's a problem, or there's a project, or there's a situation happening. I come with an idea of how to solve it. Then my coworker comes with an idea how to solve it, and then we get into the third idea of solving it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I do every day. The third idea, 1 + 1 is 3.
Okay.
So that's how we work every day. Cause, like, when a client comes with a truck that has come from an accident, he's already really stressed, and there's so much in stake, a lot of money, a lot of tragedy, a lot of emotions going on. So you have to be really human with your client and have a really good customer service and understand what the client is going through, and understand that in your patio and in your shop, in your body shop, there's something that client cares a lot. So you have to be really careful with that. And that's why I don't make all the decisions. I always come to a third idea because I don't know everything. I'm not in this position because I know everything about everything, but I'm here because I want to take care of something bigger, that a lot of families depend on, and a lot of clients get problem solved. I'm a problem solver. I love it. I like to solve problems.
The third idea.
Yeah.
The third idea. What are you thinking, Kike?
Well, I really love this perspective about how are you trying to always learning about your team.
Correct.
And also, I know that your team is also learning about you and learning about this, how are you solving problems. And when you're in a team, when you're a leader, you need to understand, well, how are you going to understand these different forces, these different strengths, and how are you going to sum that, And I think it's very valuable because it's about understanding how maybe your idea is not perfect.
No.
But if you listen, you can create something bigger and something better.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think about our Exotech here so far?
Well,
Let's play some fun. Let's have some fun here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
If you were to pick
Do
a
it.
color for her, what do you think her favorite color would be?
oh, it's obviously pink.
What do you think it was pink?
It's actually purple, but thank you.
Purple.
Yeah. It's purple.
Yeah, it's amazing,
Hey, we're having fun here. So, Kika, I think you've got the next question number 3. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, and I just think about this, and I just want to ask about this because, well, we understand that part of this excellent leadership, and these excellent moments that you say, okay, I recognize that I did a great job, but what was one moment when you feel this part of saying, okay, maybe I could did different this thing, or maybe I can learn about it. What was one example of one moment when you say, okay, maybe the things could be different?
I guess when I found myself not fighting, but having a lot of debate with different generations leaders in my office, because that's been really hard for me. Because like in this industry, it's mostly male industry,
That's correct.
and sometimes they think they know a lot and they don't wanna open their mind or expand their mind. So at the beginning, I was really angry
Yes.
and I tried to force my way in to like tell them like this is the way you have to open your mind, and that was wrong. Like I learned it in the bad way, that you have to find a way of saying thank you to the older people that have been there and their knowledge. Like I think the right path was the gratitude path, to tell them thank you for everything you've done in this company, and then after you say you're grateful for them, they open and the energy is different and they're open for dialogue.
Okay.
So that's something I learned. That's something I changed, because at the beginning I was just like a warrior and I was so mad and I was so angry and like, always with the sword. But I took some time off to think about it, and I changed the narrative. Like I want to say thank you for the knowledge and their work they've done for this company, even when I wasn't born. So this is the new stuff. I want to talk about it with you. Can we talk about it and like make it to the third idea?
The third idea. The third idea. Maybe it's our theme for the day. You know what? You kind of made me think about something. So are you telling me, Miss Carol,
Yeah.
are you telling me that sometimes when you and I go out there to change the world, like most of us want to, as leaders,
Correct.
the world actually changes
Us.
us?
Totally. You are correct. I agree.
Wow. Is this what would you say happened to you at the company when you were trying to change these individuals?
Correct.
They ended up changing something in you.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Amazing.
Kike?
And well, I think one part about recognizing this, it's about that you are, first of all, we state that you are always changing, but we tend to think the one leader, it's a well-developed person, and it's on the, maybe we recognize that it's in the top
Yeah.
of their qualities,
Yeah.
but not all the times. And you're always growing.
Exactly. That's why I told you have to be vulnerable, because like if you read leadership, it's like you have to be perfect. You have to be so formal. You have to dress this way. You have to be like this and so stiff. No, leadership doesn't come with in a book. Like you have to work hard, make a lot of mistakes, and learn from it, and just keep walking, even if it's hard. You have to keep walking.
No, you didn't say make mistakes. You can't make mistakes.
I can. I'm a leader. I'm a CEO. I'm perfect. There's no room for error. I'm a robot.
Hey, Ms. Kai, I'm going to read you 17 principles by our great founder of our university. If you're a student of tech, you realize we are 80 years old. 80.
I already read them.
You did?
Oh.
Yes, my favorite is the first one.
Amazing.
Kike, she just took our thunder. What are we going to do? I was planning on reading the principles. She's a great tech student. She read it. She did her homework.
I did.
Yeah, you're right.
And she says her favorite one of the 17 is recognize the merit in others.
And others.
Please talk about that.
Well, we are a really big company, but I come very often to the patio where the mechanics are. And I always tell them that they are the artist. We just bring the work, but they are the masters. They are teachers. They are so professional at what they do. So I'm always, it comes easy for me to tell people what they do, like the good things they do, sorry. It just comes really easily to me to admire people and to understand and to read their context and to ask a lot of questions and to get really close to the people to understand them, how they are, how they live, how they act. I get really interested in people's stories. So that's easy for me to
Wow.
do because I like it, like in a really natural way.
A heart way, compassion is what we talk about at EGS. Our core values are we want to develop courageous, compassionate, conscientious, and radically humble leaders.
Correct.
You're talking about compassion.
Yeah.
Where is this from? Is this magical? Are you just an extra superhuman, or where did you know
I
what I
think
mean? Is it not just
My dad is a great leader.
Okay.
Like he's a shark for business, and he's so well respected in our hometown Ocotlan and in the business world because he's super humanitarian. He's super humble. He's so grateful. He's really smart and really good with people. But they also respect him so much and admire him so much. Like, you know, he has like a really good balance in that. He's really flexible. And I admire him so much. I've done my masters with him. You know, just like watching him go and like everything he does is just like a master class of business. Like one of my psychologists told me, like after talking to him, like if you bring your dad to Harvard, to business Harvard school, like they wouldn't know what to do because he's so different. He's really smart. He's a different shark in the business world.
if you had just one word to tell your dad, and all you could use is one word, what word would it be?
One word?
Yeah, you'd tell your father, like, this is the last word you could tell your dad. What word would it be?
Oh my God, that's hard.
Think about it.
One word. How do you say valentia?
Brave.
Yeah,
Brave.
Yep.
Wow.
because he comes from zero. Like my parents didn't have money to take me out of the hospital when I was born, and now he has the biggest truck shop in Latin America. He didn't finish school. He didn't have a lot of money. A lot of people didn't believe in him, and he stayed humble and he stayed grateful, and he's a really good friend.
You just said your dad is a good friend.
He's
That's
a
special.
really good friend to people. Yeah.
Wow. Kike, do you have our last question for our guest, and then we could...
Yeah. What do you hope your legacy at tech or the world would be?
Legacy. I would love, in the business world, if we're talking about the business world, I would love to create a place where people feel safe, feel free to work. If we're talking about the business world, I would love to create a space where people feel free and validated, and I don't know, like they feel free to work and be themselves.
Okay.
You know, because like other than legacy, maybe inspire people, because when I was really small, a lot of people and teachers told me I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't really intelligent, I wasn't the pretty one. They always told me I was not gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
In 8th grade, in high school, in society, they told me I didn't have it. And at the beginning, I believed it. And I worked in myself, I believed in myself, I was super brave. And in my family, they accept me the way I am. And I changed the narrative. And now I say thank you to that story that happened to me. But now I write my own rules. From my heart, from bravery, from therapy, from meditation, from yoga, from books, from teachers, from people, from now I play my own way, and I don't let people tell me who I am. So I look in the mirror and I'm happy with me. I'm happy of what I see, and I'm really grateful. So yeah, I would like to inspire. I would like to inspire about that. That don't believe what people tell you about you. Don't believe in labels. Don't believe in the things they throw at you. Believe in yourself. Work in yourself.
Wow.
Work hard. Keep walking.
Keep walking, Kike.
Yeah. You need a lot of bravery and also to courage
Correct.
to say no I'm not this.
Yeah.
And I really recognize it because it's really hard.
Correct. Yeah, it was a really hard battle to fight. But now I feel like I'm winning.
Of course.
You know what is so funny? My mom is 71 years old. I love my mama. And you know what? Every time she sends me a text,
Yeah.
you know what she writes at the end?
What?
Win today.
When today?
Win today.
Win.
Today.
Win today.
I love that.
That's what my mom sends
I love that.
on her text. Win today.
Today.
Not tomorrow.
Today.
Today.
Exactly.
Kike, do you have any other questions for our guest?
I was thinking about something that you're mentioning about you and these different ideas about, you come to the company and say, okay, we have a lot of story right now and different ways to do the things and all of these methodologies, these ideas, these beliefs, all of this stuff. And you arrive and say, okay, maybe I have a different perspective. How is to deal with this?
Oh my God, like I could write a book about that. And I've been a CEO for 2 months, and I already have like a lot of content for a book. But it was really hard to get to the third idea with my dad. Like we took like 1 month to get to the third idea because he had his ideas and I had mine, and I couldn't tell him how to see my perspective. It was really hard, but I don't know, I'm still learning how to do it. And I show him there's a different path where we can ally, because like I admire him so much, and now he's starting to admire me because I'm brave like him. So it's been really hard to get 2 generations to work in an industry like this. So I'll call you and I'll let you know later how's it going, because I'm still in the process. Like my brain is still in that process, but it's been hard. But just like be brave and be yourself and be really respectful and to other people, and they'll see you are real. Never be fake. Never be a fake leader. Always be you. Doesn't matter if you're having a hard time. Just be yourself, and people will see that you're human, and they look up to you and tell you, how can I help? Like, this is my idea. I see it this way. Like, you should tell your dad this way. And that's how I did it. Like, asking people questions. Like, how can I do it? How can I do it? Teachers, psychologists, friends, my father's friends, my friends, and we came to a third idea, and that's how he gave me the opportunity to be the CEO of his great company.
Wow. Amazing. And also recognizing that part. And it's sometimes we tend to think that when we arrive a place or we arrive an organization, we are very excited to put our ideas or vision into the table,
Yeah.
But we need to listen.
You have to find a way.
Yeah.
You have to find a way.
And match it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I tried like 4 different ways and I couldn't do it. And if you give up in the first no you get, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, so I'm gonna push you a little bit. We're gonna leave the CEO person, and we're just gonna go to Carolina.
Welcome.
Who is Carolina when she's just being Carolina? What is Carolina just do to be Carolina?
Great. But like,
what are you doing? Are you singing? Are you
okay.
playing tennis?
I used to do squash.
Squash. Okay.
I love squash.
Okay.
Cause like I get all my, intense feelings out. Like I love squash. I used to do fencing when I was in university.
So most of these are hitting things,
I like
I
it.
sense this.
I love it. I'm an Aries, so I am fire all the time. I'm a girl on fire. So I need but I also love reading. I love meditation. Helps me to get the fire down.
Okay.
And make better decisions.
Yes.
And but I love squash.
So is the meditation a daily piece of your life?
Correct. Every morning.
Every morning.
It doesn't matter how much time you get. Just sit there and breathe, even if it's just for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Breathe.
What time does your day start?
Mostly 8.
8 o'clock.
Correct.
Wow.
I would love to be an early bird, but I try my best
Yes, ma'am.
because I'm a vampire. I love the night. So,
And long hours every day of work.
correct. Long days.
We have 5 minutes to go. So,
Thank
you
you.
know, so we are in your home, and we're just celebrating your first big contract. You've made a lot of money. The company's growing. The families are happy. Your workers are happy, and we're celebrating this big momentous moment, right? What are you cooking for us that night? You invited us to your home.
I have a secret for you.
Yes.
I am so bad at cooking.
Then what are you ordering for us? Yes. To the left.
Pizza.
Yes. So, oh, she said pizza. Kike? I was not expecting that answer.
That's like
Yeah.
neutral favorite. You know, like you will never be wrong with pizza. I love pizza.
Hey, listen, let's just come up with a hashtag CEOs come in all forms. One is serving pizza, one is serving sushi, but guess what? They are just people.
Yeah.
I think from today, those of you that have listened to us from whatever campus or wherever you're listening to us from, I hope you have met a wonderful human being,
Thank you.
a person that is committed to living a life of wholeness, centeredness, trying to make good change in the world, and one who also honors the past
Correct.
and looks to the future, honoring the past, but also is looking to the future, as you saw in her relationship with her father. You know, we'd like to give you the final words for the day. Whatever it is that you'd like to share with our audience, you're welcome to share if you have any remarks. Most of the people that are listening to you are young leaders across Mexico and hopefully across the world. What do you have to say to this young person, to the Kikes of this world that are listening to you?
Kike, you have such a nice energy. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna repeat it. Don't ever let anyone tell you who you are, and don't believe it. Don't anytime somebody has an opinion of you, don't believe it. Like, work in yourself in any way you can. Find yourself. Be true to yourself. Be real. We need real people in this world.
Yes.
No more materialistic stuff. No more fake gurus. We need real human people. Even if you're a leader or not, just be real. Just be you. Work in yourself. Work in your peace of mind. That should be the infinite goal. Your peace of mind. And yeah, don't believe anyone tells you you are. You know who you are. You know what you've been through. And keep walking. You'll find your tribe. You're not alone.
Keep walking. You'll find your
way.
She said your tribe.
Your tribe.
Your tribe.
Tu tribu.
Tribo.
My
Tribu.
your
Your
tribe.
tribe, yes. And she
Suddenly,
said, you're
find
not
it.
alone. You know what I hear? You know I like to sing, Kike. I hear Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And Michael
Great.
Jackson would say, you're not alone. Kike, last word.
Well, thank you so much, because
Thank you.
it's a real different perspective. And I think here in EGS, we're trying to rethink leadership. And
I like it.
today, I have a different perspective. And I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That's really nice.
And we have a lot of things to do. And
A lot of homework. Me
A lot
too.
of-
Believe me.
So thank you so much for this amazing space.
Thank you, Kike. Thank you, Dr. Kasonde.
You're welcome, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had our wonderful guest. Please do your homework. If you're wanting to connect with her, she's on LinkedIn. Very prompt responder to emails and LinkedIn. And remember that if you're not moving people, you're not leading people. Leadership is about impact, making a difference in the best way, in the kindest way, in the most patient way that we know how. Please join us again in a couple of weeks. We're going to have our Christmas holiday edition of Leadership in Motion. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Cool. Thank you.